Hello, I'm Barry Mackay, and welcome to Learning English in Sydney with Active Voice. Hello, I'm Barry Mackay, and today I'm at the studios of the Community Broadcasting Association of Australia, and I'm here with my colleague. What's your name?
My name's William Brougham.
And where are you from?
I'm originally from London, England, but I've lived in Sydney, Australia, in this beautiful city for about 5 years now.
And what do you do?
Well, I've just graduated with a Master's in Journalism. I've worked in the media for the last few years, and I host a show with you, a music show, music from the 60s, 70s and 80s, here at the Community Broadcasting Association. Rising up the charts, 2 places from number 9 to number 7 this week back in May 1984 was Madonna with her first top 10 hit here in Australia, Holiday. I've also worked in newspapers as a reporter and in radio as a newsreader and reporter as well, and occasional presenter.
What have you been doing here in Sydney?
I've done so much in Sydney. I've just done a Master's, which was great fun. I've been working with you for the last 4.5 years, hosting the radio show. I've worked for a local newspaper, but I've also had loads of fun going out, eating out with friends, travelling around Australia, travelling around Sydney, seeing one of the most beautiful cities in the world.
And I believe you're on YouTube a lot too.
I do have a YouTube channel, Kensington 25. Do check it out.
Kensington 25. Click subscribe. That's right. Kensington 25.
Greetings from London here in the United Kingdom. Well, I'm not here to talk about London, but I'm here to talk about the event of the year happening 12,000 miles away in Sydney, Australia. Yes, it's the Sydney Live YouTube gathering.
What projects are you currently working on?
Well, at the moment, I'm trying to apply to do further study here in Australia. One of the other projects I'm working on is a radio show with you, which I greatly enjoy. And of course, deciding what to do next. It's quite a big project. It's one of those crossroads in life, but I'm really enjoying it.
What are your plans for the future?
My plans for the future are to stay in the media. I'd like to do a PhD, and I'd like to continue doing this radio show. I also enjoy politics, and I'd like to look more into that area.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to be doing if you could have a wish?
I have 2 wishes. I'd either be a top TV or radio presenter or a popular politician, but it'll never happen.
Do you have any special memories about Sydney?
Yes, my mother came to visit last year, and on her second day here we were walking through Hyde Park, which is one of the main parks in the city, and we got chased by a possum and attacked by one. In all my previous 4 years in Australia, I've never ever had a violent encounter with a possum, and definitely not in broad daylight. I've had many great encounters here, but that's probably the one that sticks out the most.
Okay. What should visitors to Sydney be aware of?
Well, Sydney's a pretty safe city. Just don't go lighting fires anywhere because we get bushfires here. There's not a lot to really be aware of. The usual things in any city, you know, when you're walking at night, look around, make sure you're safe. But as cities go, it's pretty safe. And we don't really get all the spiders and the lizards and the creepy crawlies that you hear about. Sydney's a pretty safe city.
How does Sydney compare to London?
I think they're very different cities. I think as far as Australian cities are concerned, Sydney's quite busy, but it's got more space. It's got beautiful beaches. London doesn't have any beaches because it's not by the coast. And the space is important. And whereas in London, a lot of the wealthier people will live in the inner city, here you'll get people living in the outer suburbs who've got money, and they'll have houses on the coast with the most beautiful views that you can imagine.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I would say come to Sydney, come to Australia. It's an amazing city in an amazingly beautiful and awe-inspiring country. I came here 5 years ago, travelling around, and I haven't been back to the UK except for holidays. I love it here. There's a lot to see. People often ask why Australians don't always travel. Because they've got everything here: rainforests, deserts, beaches, cities, some of the best food in the world. It's cosmopolitan, it's Australian. Basically, you've got everything you need all on one huge, massive island.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.